It's Monday and you're tuned in to Joy News Interactive with me, Mapisa Sibidi, live from digital address GA0992539 here in Kokomemle. We're also on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. On WhatsApp, it's 055-815-7074. So send those messages through so we read them to our viewers. And you can also join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV.
24 hours in a day, your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? My 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me and you let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
We all have the same 24 hours. What are you doing with yours? Are you sleeping the day away? Are you reading, going to work? It's Monday, and for the rest of the does make you happy. I think you should change what you do with your 24 hours. But moving to the Ghana, Ghanaians are disappointed that the Ghana US these Ghanaians, the members of parliament did not serve their interests by approving the bill. So we are asking, should members of parliament consult their constituents before approving bills in parliament? And we go to the first comment from Kweku Billy, who says, corrections. More than 60% of Ghanaians disapprove such shallow deal, not some. Also, we're not asking our MPs to consult us before approving any bill. We all thought we have elected well-educated people to represent us and take proper decisions that will not cast no doubt whatsoever on our behalf, not knowing we rather elected messengers for USA. So if you want to read more of Kweku's comment on Facebook, you can go to Facebook. We are Joy News on TV. But Abdul Majid says, I just read the document. The negotiation was poorly done, and Prosperity will not forgive any member of parliament who said yeah to allow the agreement to go through. I am bleeding within. And he also continues to say the defense minister behaved like GNAT leadership who always look for cheap experts to negotiate on their behalf. Let's go to Nana's Reynald, who says the minority blackmailed their foot soldiers. They came out as if they were against the agreement, yet the same people approved it at committee level. I don't see anything wrong with this agreement because it has been there long before the government everything cleared to Ghanaians. He got 8 replies. Let's see if we can get anything interesting from that. And Dinewa Goodness says, stop deceitful acts. Your leaders are throwing dust into your eyes. And Moses Tete says, wow. So if an agreement has been there for long, it's automatically a right agreement. And Kojo comes to say, you have been deceived by NPP majority that the minority approved it at the committee level when they have raised the illegalities of the agreement. So those are some of the replies on that comment. But another comment we take is from Gabriel Kofi, who says, I believe as a representative of the people, our MPs should always consult their constituents before approving bills. They should stop acting rubber stamp and act like mature democracies do by scrutinizing bills and contracts in the best interest of the nation. Hashtag Ghana First Agenda. And Ernest Duku comes in to say, $20 million is a disgrace. Others are rejecting $550 million. Ghana. And Brainy says, I think they know best what we needed. Who voted for them to go there? It pains me that many of these politicians are those who had third classes and passed in their tertiary levels. And Adam comes in to say that it's always been my idea that constituents must directly have an input into some bills that are passed at Parliament, especially ones that got to do with the national security and other such important issues. An MP shouldn't have that power to overrule what the constituents want. Our politics and way of governance has marginalized the masses and given full power to only elected officials. And let's go to Brian Jeremiah, who says every bill before Parliament should be made known to the public at the preliminary stage for public inputs and opinions. There should be a way for constituents to know how their MPs vote on every issue in the House. Some of them are causing more harm than good because of the partisan nature of our Parliament. So those are your comments there. You can go to Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. Let's go to Progress Patrick's, who says, like the NDC and the Gitmo 2, NPP has stepped on a very dangerous field bomb. And whether they like it or not, they would have to lift their leg up to determine their destiny. As an NPP fan, I think NPP failed to listen to the public outcry and the agitation of the masses. Why did they enjoy to pass this law but have failed to pass the Right to Information Bill? And Sadat says, a deal that was overshadowed by Ebony's funeral, is that one to a deal? All right. And General Yah says, to some extent, yes, if they listen to the masses on radio, the market woman, taxi, trotro drivers, comments, among others, should lead them in voting for or against a motion, but they do on political lines, which is not helpful. Let me take one more comment where Kojo says, Nana government has done the right thing. I don't support this deal, but was publicly announced, voted in Parliament. All I want to say is NDC government signed this bill long time ago. It was an adventure most patrons have described as unforgettable. I mean, the trip to the city on water. Let's watch some highlights from the Nzulezu trip. Okay, so I'm going to take a few of your WhatsApp messages, and this one is from Prince King Brain, who says, Parliament is for the people, hence any of their decision taken must reflect the greater interest of the majority of the mass and not their political parties. And he comes in to say that our parliamentarians should know that whether in power or in opposition, decisions taken today will affect them and their families as well. And we go to, let's see if we can go to this one, who says, Minister for Defense say the minority approved the agreement at committee level, showing that the majority didn't approve it, which means it's not a good agreement. Thank you. Keep those WhatsApp messages coming through. And on Facebook and Twitter, we are Joy News on TV. I'm going to take a quick breather. When I come back, we'll be talking Easter. So stay tuned. Easter is a few days away, and I want to know, what are your plans for the holiday? You know, because this is Joy News Interactive, and I just want to get into your personal space. I want to know, what are your plans for the holiday? So let's go to Emmanuel, who says, I am going to Dubai with my girlfriend and daughter for a week. Wish us a safe journey. All right, that's lovely. And Kweku Billy says, it's all about cash. And Brian Jeremiah says, I'm working hard to get some 1,500 Ghana cedis to go to Kwewu Mountains to entertain myself and fall small with friends. Kwewu Easter is a must go for me. Kwewu. And let's meet there for relaxation and refreshment. And Joe Lipton, Brian Jeremiah seems very excited about the holiday. But Joe Lipton says, just be indoors and pray to God for more money into my account, more healthy life, and good women to spend the rest of my life with. Oh, how lovely. And Rafiq says, I will do what I enjoy most, sleeping and watching Joy News all day. And Der Simone says, I will disappear on Friday and reappear on Sunday, just like Jesus. And then Linda Bella says, well, I'll be in town for sight and sound from that many that will thrown to Kwewu. And Emmanuel Poku says he's going to heaven with Jesus on Good Friday, and he doesn't think he will come back with him. Okay, that's not a very pleasant thing. I think you should change your plans, Emmanuel Poku. And Francis says he'll be touring Kwewu, and Kweku says he will call upon God. And Steve Kobe says, good. So what are you doing for the holiday, for the Easter holiday? So those are your comments on Facebook. We are Joy News on TV. So speaking of Easter, most Ghanaians say the festivities of Kwewu breed promiscuity and looking for ways to halt the trend. Well, the answer may be here after Chief of Akrupem, Berekusu Nana Oteng Kranchi, is asking the police to arrest anyone who dresses indecently at the Kwewu Easter celebration. What are your thoughts on this? So now we need to find out what is dressing indecently, because for some, dressing indecently may be in a tight long dress. Because it's tight, it's indecent, but for others it may be short dress. So I think we need to get the grounds of what indecent dressing is. So I don't know, but what are your thoughts on this? Let's see if we can go to Facebook, where Ian Bentel says, when the government has sold our birthrights to the US for $20 million, okay, he doesn't care about what ladies are dressing. And Ebenezer comes in to say the chief should know what he is not on he's not on an island. Even an island within a country is still governed by the laws. He should let the ladies feel free. If he won't watch, if he won't watch, he should close his eyes. He got 3 replies. Let's see if we can get those replies. I mean, honestly, we should stop trying to police how ladies are dressed. Yeah, get dressed. And Kwesi Frimpong says, feel to go nude. Okay. Nope. Let's go up. Let's see if we can get more of the comments on that. And Kweku Billy says, after arresting them, what charge will be preferred against them? Anyway, I enjoy watching those ladies in mini skirts. They look sexy and cute. And he got 6 replies. Let's see if we can get anything interesting from that. And okay, Mame says indecent exposure. And Clement Dankwa says they'll be charged with public indecency art. And let's see if we can go up. I mean, also some gentlemen dress quite indecently, so I don't think it should be just pointed to the ladies only. Gentlemen also dress indecently. And Kwesi Frimpong says the charge will be indecent dressing to cause dispute and disrespect to our culture and to the public. Albert comes in to say that I read the comments and I just can't stop laughing because it tells how ignorant our people are concerning the laws. Okay, Abdul Lincoln says it's a good move. That's the only way to protect our culture. I think there should be a legislation on what to regulate a person's dress code. All right. And Adam comes to say, don't the people have their own rights? If only they are not moving in naked, the chief or whatsoever has no rights on them. And Demer Desimon says, yes, we need unpopular measures to achieve popular results if needs be. We're getting crazy and sickening with our so-called freedoms, democracy, and urbanization. And Kofi Mensa says, who defines what is a decent dress? Exactly, Kofi. Who defines it? When a lady's dress turns... Okay, so that's Kofi's comment there. And Linda Bella says, ha 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 ha, the police has a huge task because majority are there to have fun, and having fun around alcohol certainly will be some sort of indecent. You know what I mean. As for mini shorts and skirts, market is booming. It's 1 CD. All right. And Benjamin Matthew comes and say, please be reminded that the laws don't work alone. There are conventions, customs, and norms that joins with the laws of Ghana to ensure smooth running of the country. Let's look at the sources of our constitution. What the chief said is a bylaw and they are punishable but not as a felony. And David says, I've gone through all the comments and it seems Ghanaians are not ready for changes, but nobody expects his daughter or wife to wear such way. And let's go to Washiru, who says he sure says his own children not disobey his... Is he sure that his own children will not disobey his decision first? Anyway, it's a good move to make numbers to the festival. I'm thinking this year will be the wasted year ever of this uncultured dressing to the festival. All right, so Jemada comes in to say offense number 1 is public seduction. Offense number 2 is causing accident. And offense number 3 is causing fear and panic to married women. We need a special prosecutor in this case. And Brian Jeremiah says it's a good call, but it will not mar the beauty of the occasion. Every occasion and its dress code. The cause in any way advertising the festival, the call will not yield any positive results because silent majority will go there in such dress code. And Ejia says, let us educate ourselves that indecent exposure is a law in Ghana, but the truth is how many of us are ready to waste hours in court to prove that the indecency of someone has affected us? And McDonough says, who decides whose dressing is decent? Exactly my point. Who decides? Please, Nana, how you wrap your cloth too, Kevin? Okay, that's Kofi's comment there. And Kweku Patrickson says, every occasion has a dressing suit, and I think it is unfair to arrest anyone, but we'll need to talk about it if it's necessary. So those are your comments of what you think about this indecent clothing. And Albert says, what law is the chief using to convince the police to arrest them? Ghana has funny people. How can you arrest a person for no crime? And Ejia Aka says, so if the Americans bring their dressings, then our courts can't do anything to them. Is that apartheid revisited? So let's see. Keep your WhatsApp messages coming through, and keep your WhatsApp message coming through Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. And we go to Tigwili, who says it's a good idea. That is what the leaders and parliament should do and should have been, even in the Ghana Constitution. Seth Boating says, what does police got to do with this? If you don't like the dressing, then call the hype of your festivity off. And Abdul says, it's a very great move. May God help him achieve it. You got 8 replies. Let's see if we can get those. So send us your WhatsApp messages on 055-815-7074. And Albert comes in to say, it's not, but not lawful. And Bobby Jamal says, I shock why. Okay, so those are your comments. Let's see if we can get a few more comments. Let's see if we can get a few of those comments. The chief should attend the event with his holy Bible to preach. And Raz says, this is true. All right. And Adam Muhammad says he should be ready for some legal battle. And Francis says, so has he ever accounted for the sale of the lands in his area? And Emmanuel asks, is there no freedom dressing in Ghana? And Samuel Opuku says they should be charged for attempted rape if they're arrested. I don't think I understand that comment. But okay, we'll go to Troya Sunday, who says, but they have Labadi and... they have Labadi beaches, so they no-go. Okay, all right. And Afria says, then I think they shouldn't be Kwewu Easter. Yes. Okay, so those are your Facebook comments. Let's see if we can go to WhatsApp, where this one says, okay, indecent exposure is punishable under the law. And this is from Shapora from Intakwa. And this one says, so what did Hassan Ayaraga say on Ghana-US deal? Could you please pay for us? If we can try and find it, maybe we might pay it. And they say, so I was thinking maybe we should pay, okay, motivation of the day. And Minority has to do something about it now. The Ghana and US agreement is deadly. And this one says, Kweu, Kweu. Okay, so they're planning to get more money to enjoy my tour at Kweu. This is from Isabella. Let's see if we can get more of your comments or your Facebook, your WhatsApp messages. This one says, my fiance will be visiting and we shall talk about our wedding and our future. As well, we want to use the Easter to grow our love spiritually. This is from Prince King Brain. So if you're Prince King Brain's fiance, remember, this Easter is going to be very great for you. But like I said, if it's nice, play it twice. As the video of the day, I'm leaving you with the Motivation Monday. I really want you to think of your 24 hours and how you spend it. But from me, enjoy the rest of your Monday and keep on staying interactive with us on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. We may not read all your WhatsApp messages, but we really, really, really appreciate them. So keep them coming.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You got to hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? My 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me and you let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.